Hi, I just thought I would upload a quick video before today. Well, not before today. I am going to upload another one. It'll be the one about Cheyenne and autism and Disney and stuff. Stuff I've just been discovering, actually. Although with her being, I'll discuss all that later. Forget that part. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to, let's see here. I know that, I won't be going to Disney for a while, at least until July. Even though we're only 2 hours away. I mean, there may be a time before then we go. I mean, it's just, during the summertime with the vacationers, nothing against the vacationers, I'm just saying, well, with the vacationers, also just the heat of summertime, it's just like crazy, okay? I thought I would just kind of do other things. This is going, believe me, every time I can possibly put Disney stuff on here, I'm going to, believe me, I love Disney stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do other things. And actually what I thought about is, see, I'm trying to, now that I've gotten myself all balanced with my thyroid, I need to start like really concentrating on losing weight. That's what I need to do. So I thought maybe, you know, that might be a little focal point for that. Cheyenne, I still need to have her do the reviews of the movie things. She really does want to do that. I was actually surprised, to be honest with you, because I don't know, sometimes she's so introverted, but I think with videos, I don't think that she kind of sees it as, you know, being in front of people. So I thought I would just kind of incorporate that in there kind of every now and then, you know. And if you guys want to watch, you can. I would love for you to watch it, believe me. And so would she. She'd be totally thrilled if she saw the people saw her videos. When I first started this, I really, to be honest with you, I really had no expectations of anything. I mean, don't get me wrong, subscribers would be awesome. I would love to have, you know, a bunch of you guys, you know, to kind of create like a little community, you know. And I know that YouTube in itself is a community, but I'm saying, you know, like in a community where, you know, chats about, you know, Disney, chat, you know, kind of sharing, you know, all that stuff, and my love for gaming. And, you know, and I just, I kind of struggle with trying to focus this on one little thing. Everybody says you need to do one little thing. I don't have just one little thing in my life, unfortunately. I have many things that, you know, that I had this in mind for. And I know, believe me, I know it's a broad span, and I know some of you probably wouldn't be interested, but, you know, that's life, unfortunately. I mean, you watch reality TV, those people are all over the place. That's unfortunately life. I don't know that, I don't know, like, what exactly it is I'm trying to want to share with you. I have, believe me, I have many subjects I could probably discuss with people to let them know, you know, like how life is. My 12-year relationship of mental and physical abuse, that was a whole lot of fun. It was a very dark part in my life, and you start thinking back and you're like, hey, you know, if I could redo that, I would. But you see, the problem is with doing that, you redo it and it erases the good stuff you've had. And there's stuff like my sons, my daughter, meeting George. That would erase all that. Do I want to do that? No. But, so you kind of have to think it in that terms. So, whereas it was horrible going through it, I got through it. I got through it. It sucked so bad. And believe me, there's no one that can talk about their abuse and that I don't relate. There was a moment where during that time we were arguing. He was standing on my feet so I would not walk away. Yeah, that's right. He would cheat on me all the time, even when I was pregnant. I just think that when you go through something like that, you have to. At the time, my mind was thinking, "Wow, I'm going to, I'm going to stick it out for the kids." That's what my mom was thinking. I'm not going to be selfish and immature, because my whole life I always thought of me. I'm not kidding you. I grew up, and I thought about myself. That was me. It was me, and unfortunately that's the way I was. So when I had kids, I don't know, it clicked something. So I was like, okay, I'll stay for the kids. That's my focus. I'll stay for the kids. Well, what was terrible was I was setting an example for the kids that it's okay to be in that kind of relationship. That it's okay to let that happen. That if you're with somebody, they have to realize that that's the way things are. And of course, George helped me realize that. I was very grateful. I can't tell you how grateful I was that I met him. He opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, and I think that him being my rock, which my parents were, but in all honesty, my parents had their own issues. They aren't terrible, their relationship is fine. They had their ups and downs, but they were pretty solid. But I really had to just say, okay, enough's enough already. So that's when, George and I, we went from friends to not friends, more than friends, I should say. And it was the best thing that happened to me, because all that with being in an abused relationship, you don't, honestly, looking back at it, it doesn't feel real. I'll be honest with you, it's so weird. If it wasn't for my boys, at the time, because by the time it was the ending with Cheyenne, so really it was less with her because I was leaving it. But if it wasn't for my boys, I wouldn't have been able to get through it some of that stuff. They distracted me a lot. And what's really sad is, of course, I've let this part go, was I wondered why he just didn't like women like he did. Like he felt like that was okay to be that way with them, because his brother was nothing like that. And his sister, no, they're both there. Well, his brother got divorced, but that was only because, they just kind of grew apart. That was the only thing with them. That was it. But his sister's been in a solid relationship. So, I just don't get what the mind frame is with him. I guess us being so young, I got pregnant when I was 17, because I had my son 2 days after I turned 18. Happy birthday to me. So we got thrown together like young and immature. But that shouldn't be the formula for an abusive relationship. That should be the formula for a bad relationship, because I mean, you're too immature. At that point, you're going to start growing apart, you know, because you're going to grow into two different people, you know. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. So, I mean, that shouldn't be the thing for a bad, abusive relationship, but a bad one, you know. He was very, I don't know, interesting when it came to how he thought life should be. I mean, everything was to be given to him. He shouldn't have to do much for it. I mean, his dad had a job for him, and he basically called him a glorified broom sweeper. You know, so it just kind of goes to show that part of it. But an abusive feeling is very, I don't know. It's beyond, it's like not even, it's beyond stress. It is. People are like, oh, that's so stressful. How can you? It's beyond stress. It's beyond stress. It's just like, it's crippling. It is. It's crippling because you're so conditioned, you have no way out. Even if you decide to leave, where are you going to go? Especially me being, you know, as young as I was, you know, where are you going to go? You know, I mean, that's the way they make you think. But I got out, and right now I'm like the polar opposite of what I was then. And I couldn't even, I can't even, it's hard for me to even have anything to do with him at all, even though we have children together. I've avoided him as much as possible. I'm not kidding you. I just kind of messages through kids, nothing as much as I can. I don't want to have anything to do with him. So it's kind of like a sickness that you dropped, you know, you got rid of, and you don't want to see it again. You don't want to have anything to do with it. You want it out of your life. And that's what it was. It was a sickness I got out of my life, and I'm so much happier for it. And if someone watching this feels that way, I promise you that you can do it. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. I know how hard it is. I know personal experience. I know how hard it is. But you can do it. You can. You can make yourself so much better. You're going to be so much happier. Whether if you're lucky enough to have someone like George, or if you're by yourself, that you're going to be happier. You're going to be so much happier. You're going to look back and you're say, oh my goodness, who was that person? Who was that person? You have to know that you can do this. You can do it. You can get out of that. And I hope you do. I really, really, really hope you do. Because I'm telling you, it's amazing that I escaped such a horrible situation. In this day and age, there's so many ways that you can get out. There's so much more help than there was a long time ago. I mean, I know the time I saw like shows where, and these are like documentaries and stuff like that about the situations and stuff where, I mean, wives would report their husbands and nothing would get done. So, I mean, we're so much luckier now because there's so many avenues. Please take advantage of those. Do what you got to do to get out. You have to. You have to get out. You can't just leave it at that. You can't. Well, this has turned to a different kind of like a little vlog, but I had to like let you know a little bit more about me. I just needed to, because I don't want to be the type of person that seems like I'm happy all the time. I am happy, but it's not realistic to be giddy all the time. You can't be. Real life hits you in the face, and that's what happens. So Disney is my fun zone. It is. It's my fun zone. It helps me. It helps me like release, like all the, the negative stuff in my life. I love going there and just kind of just forgetting everything. It's like the best. I really do. This past trip was really good. It really helped, like, and not that anything, I mean, believe me, nothing is like it was. It's just normal life stress at this point, but Disney is a fun place, and I think that, actually, I think more people should do the CP thing. I think more kids should realize what a great opportunity that is. Because having Disney's internship on a resume, that's pretty good, I'd say. It's pretty good, solid company, I would think. Well, I think I'm going to drop it for here. Like I said, I'm sorry this took such a turn, but I really did want I wanted you guys to know a little bit more about me. I have other things that I like to talk about, but I think for now that's I've weighted you down enough. Like I said, I'm going to be putting out that one for my daughter. I'm hoping that'll help people that have, because she's 24, but honestly, you would not, she just doesn't act 24. She acts, like I said, like 15 years old. So I think if you would, if you kind of would like hear the stuff I'm gonna say, you'll realize, that Disney's getting much better for even younger ones. Some of the stuff I'll tell you about. So I'll put that video out, and please subscribe. If this video in particular isn't for you, you don't have to watch this one, but I promise you it's going to be different. Like I said, I want to concentrate on my weight issue. I'm going to do like my daily stuff, not my daily stuff, but kind of show you my life, things like that, and definitely share my Disney stuff and my World of Warcraft. So, it is going to be Disney focused a lot more than anything, but, there's going to be a peppering in of other things, because that's life, unfortunately. So, I just wanted to tell you that, and I hope I didn't bring you down too much. Believe me, my life is so much happier. So actually, it's a happy ending. Yay! Come on, guys, it's a happy ending. Yay! So just subscribe and just take this ride with me. I promise you, it's going to be quite a bumpy one. But hey, what ride isn't fun that isn't bumpy? Come on, how boring would just a flat, straight line be? You gotta have bumps in the road. You need drama. I got tons of that, I promise you that. Oh my gosh, if I went into half drama in my family. Hello. Alright, well, I'm gonna let you go now because I need to go back in. I've been out here long enough and I have to go back to work. Alright, well, I hope that you subscribe and watch my daughter's video on top of my video that I'm gonna make about my daughter later. And another day in the life of Shanny Poo.